Welcome back, everyone. This is our watch party for Season 2, Episode 4 of Andor. My name's Slim Kelly.
My name is Jody Kelly.
And my name is James Baker.
It's a sad day. This is now DAA 1. Days after Andor 1.
Sorry, yeah, but I've not seen the last episode. Not for me. I've got one more episode to go.
So
we're not no spoilers. I'm not going to mention about whether about vibe or anything. We're not going to talk about it at all. We're not going to be stony fit and scene. We're not going to talk about it at all. But for those of you who have watched it, we're not. Don't mention anything in the comments. That's what I'm trying to say, because we're on episode 4. Don't mention more. I mentioned it once, but I think I got away with it.
Oh wow, you know your faulty towers.
We're doing a watch along week to week, 1 through 12. So we're in episode 4 today, and we know that it's all finished. We've watched them, but we will discuss it spoilery on Sunday.
Nice
on the podcast.
Yes, there will be spoilers on Sunday's podcast, but not tonight. But if you are watching along with us, then we've got a couple of things we'd like to go through. So you want to go into Season 2 of Andor, Episode 4, and you want to roll back to all the ways to the zeros, and then we can do our countdown. We do 3, 2, 1, and then we go, go. Anything else I'm missing, James?
Oh, so you may or may not know this. I'm a fan of the subtitles. See, no seriousness, turn the subtitles on. I'm actually exclusively watching this in subtitles. I heard a wee podcast. You know, Mark, is it Mark Kermode?
Yeah.
He was chatting with Simon Mayo about that, and it was like, and I heard it on the Empire Magazine podcast as well. Like, people do watch it, and you just get so much more, and you don't miss a thing. Love it.
Yeah,
the subtitles on,
especially for me, because I forget everybody's names. So it's
I know. I learned. Is it Partisans?
Partisans, yeah.
Partisans, yeah. I'm just like, I now know. If someone says Partisans, I know who they mean.
Do you want to know what his first name is?
Name is? I did.
Leo.
Is it Lee Partisans?
Leo.
Oh,
Leo.
Ah, right. Okay.
I'm assuming
did call that.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry.
Very topical.
No, it's straight. Yeah, I know. Weird, huh? It must be the name du jour. But yeah, I think Krennic calls him that one. Yeah, get the subtitles on.
Yeah.
But are we ready?
I think so.
Give me a second. Give me a sec.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Right, now I'm ready.
James is on target.
Okay. Right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yo.
And no skipping.
The recap. I said that at the same time. Don't skip the recap.
No, there's Cheeky Chops. The Doctor.
By the way, are we saying this is like the best, not just the best Star Wars, is this like the best television program that's ever been made?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is. Yeah. It's no longer the best Star Wars ever. It's just the best television.
Just the best television show ever.
It's just awesome. I was watching Tony Gilroy getting interviewed the other day there on one of the American shows, and he just comes across so well. But he's been deep in this for 6 years now, so he's unfortunately for us, he's not going to make anything in the near future.
He's not going to both and spy it.
No, I think he said that this is it. This is him. He's done with Star Wars. He said he's had a blast and he's enjoyed himself, but he doesn't know.
It's him and his 2 brothers as well. Did you know that? He's got 2 brothers that are. One's an editor, I think, and one's a
writer. Is it not Dan Gilroy?
One's a writer. Dan's a writer, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at Partisans' hair.
Yeah,
I know.
It's just so 70s, isn't it?
Is that him?
That's Partisans. Yeah.
He's one of my favourite characters.
Leo, to his pals.
Syril, one of my favourite characters.
Syril's stolen speech.
I am fully committed to watching Andor full season 1, full season 2, Rogue One, and then A New Hope. Definitely. Can't wait.
I wanted to watch. We finished it. I wanted to watch Rogue One immediately after.
I think once we do this season of Andor, we should do a watch along of Rogue One.
Rogue One,
Yeah. I noticed that the Rogue One original trailers seems to be trending on YouTube just now.
Is it?
Oh, by the way, that was funny that that you put up that thing of Mon Mothma dancing for an hour. That was actual the official Star Wars YouTube page.
That was that was the YouTube page. Yeah, if you go to Star Wars on YouTube, then
2 hours of her dancing.
It's like an hour or something over, and it's the same as the Zemo dancing thing that they put up.
That's pretty
Guys,
cool.
see, I forgot to tell you this, right? See, I'm sure I have told you this story, but I've not told you part of this story because it didn't seem relevant up until now. But years ago, I went to a thing in Phoenix where it was called Meet the Men Behind the Masks. And I wanted to go and meet the guy who says, until this battle station is fully operational, we are vulnerable. But he died about 3 or 4 weeks before he went. But I met like loads of people there. I met David Prowse. I met Jeremy Bullock, and like Uncle Ben, Aunt Beru. But the only person, the queue, the person who had the least biggest queue was the original Mon Mothma. And I couldn't be bothered going to see her, and I really regretted that. I kind of felt sorry for her, but it was just like everyone wanted to meet. I mean, we had no idea.
She's still alive as well.
As she is, yeah.
Yeah,
and she was just sitting there, just sitting like a few yards away.
I'll bet you she'll start going to these things, and people will be queuing to see the original.
Aye, definitely.
To be fair, though, the current Mon Mothma, Genevieve O'Reilly, she's been Mon Mothma for like 25, 28 years now.
Technically, because it was a deleted scene, wasn't it?
And it was a deleted scene.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
Episode 3.
So 20 years, at least 20 years then.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't realise that.
So technically, yeah.
EBY 3.
And she still looks as young as she did then. It's quite bizarre.
But she's played the character all the way through Rebels and all the other. Yeah. It's all Genevieve O'Reilly.
She looks terrific.
She does look terrific.
Oh, here's a wee red button.
Uh-oh. It's never good, is it?
That's him starting the radio station now. West FM.
West FM.
Just want to say, right, see Disney dropping these in like 3 episodes a week. I've really enjoyed that format. Really enjoyed it.
I don't know why they just make. I don't know why they just didn't make it a movie of the week and just drop one episode that was, 3 and a bit hours or 2 and a bit hours long, whatever it is.
Are you meaning Bix, James? When you're saying was she?
I think he's meaning Mon Mothma.
Oh, Mon Mothma, yeah, she was. I think
she was.
Yeah.
Mon Mothma was, yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I mean, 12-year-old me won't believe what I'm about to say. I want a Mon Mothma action figure.
No, you can get one.
I know. I'm going to get by it tomorrow.
Black Series.
Somebody said that at this point we've got enough to stitch together a Mon Mothma movie.
Well, I don't know if I'd stretch that far.
I don't know.
Genevieve is really good.
Yeah, she's really good.
I love the way that they use sort of flashbacks and things like that in Andor, and kind of dream sequences. Really good. They do it a few times in it, I noticed. Oh man, she has got the bad heebie-jeebies, yeah. What is it you call that when it's
PTSD?
Is it PTSD?
Mm-hmm.
Combat kind of.
Well, they used to call it shell shock. They used to call it shell shock, and then they called it friendly fire, and then it became combat-induced stress or something. I think was then one after that, and then it became PTSD.
Right. James is saying, I got this guy mixed up with the other ISB guy.
Yes.
He's the doctor. Oh yeah, Young, Lonnie Young.
Oh, Lonnie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. As opposed to Lonnie Donegan, different guy.
I like Lonnie. I like him as a character
because of his 70s tash.
He looks very
70s,
very Star Wars, very kind of. Star Wars. 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 S
Do you think watching going to watch Star Wars: A New Hope, you're going to feel like the stakes are so much higher? I know they're trying to destroy a planet destroyer, but you're just going to feel like so much more emotion watching it.
That's what Sloan was saying in the podcast on Sunday there. That's the Star Wars movies are the kind of the bombastic, heroic stuff, but this is as if it's like this is how it actually went down. This is the kind of how dark and how bad life was.
Yeah, because I was saying about the and the stormtroopers in this are not mindless idiots that can't shoot. They're actually deadly accurate Imperial shock troops. But of course, the Star Wars movies are written with the victors, and so they're made out to be idiots. And they're not idiots. Because there's all this kind of like headcanon that's going around just now, and it's really quite clever that all these stories can exist because they exist in people's heads, and it's really clever how they're doing it.
Yeah.
Here's Squirrel.
Sorry, I'm missing James's Gorston. Hersty was talking about. He gets mixed up with. I just love all the Syril stuff. How particular he is about everything, and he's just a real pen pusher.
He's got a bit native, isn't he? So everything with all the spiders and stuff.
Jobsworth type.
Oh yeah.
Although he's kind of paranoid now, isn't he? He's got the wee bit of twine there in the door and stuff.
But I think he wants to know that though. I don't think he's I don't think that's maybe paranoia. I think when he comes back and he sees that wee wires tripped, he knows they're onto him, but he wants them to be onto them.
Oh no, he does, because he wants to be. He wants to be infiltrate. He wants to infiltrate them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, James is saying, if the original trilogy is the myth and this is the real version, I was thinking, would Disney think about remaking the original trilogy in Andor style? Wow, that would be pretty cool, actually. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
from a certain point of view, you could do it. You could actually do it, like from a different, like the books. A certain point of view, you could maybe do it a whole movie like that, or a condensed version of the trilogy like that. Couldn't you?
Let Tony run wild.
That'd be pretty interesting, actually. That's a good shout, James.
Just give Tony a checkbook.
Just give him a blank checkbook to Tony, please.
Check.
Bring writers like that into all the TV series, though.
Aye, absolutely.
Do you know what? I can't really talk about it, but I love a lot of the things that they did in this series that I've never seen anybody else do in a series. Things that normally, would tie up in a wee bow nicely, but they do it in such a way that's much more interesting. And the writing's just so much better than anything.
I think I know exactly the bit. I think I know exactly the storyline you mean as well.
A couple of bits. There's a couple of bits, and it's not neat, and it doesn't need to be. I love
Getting her hair done.
Magic.
Getting her hair done with a Roomba in the background.
Sitting there at his work, getting berated by his mum.
But he also wants this conversation. He also wants this conversation to happen. He's hoping they're listening in.
Yeah, that's true.
What was it? Was it Jean Ogden? Is that not her name? Or from Coronation Street?
All right.
With the rollers in.
I know who you mean, though.
Joan Ogden. What was her name?
No.
I'll look it up.
No. I know what you mean. They're on to him.
Hilda.
By the way, who loves Ghorman as like a place?
Oh, me too.
Such a great.
Me, sir. James is saying, does anyone remember a cartoon character called Syril Sneer?
Yes, from the Raccoons.
Oh, Hilda Ogden, Sloan.
Hilda Ogden, yeah.
Aye.
Syril Sneer from the Raccoons. Yeah, the Raccoons.
Syril Sneer from the Raccoons? I don't remember that at all.
Aye, the Raccoons.
Remember that at all.
I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys.
Okay. That's what I think of when I hear Syril. Do you know who's got the best stink face on TV though. Dedra.
Oh yeah.
She's got such a stink face on her, doesn't she?
She
Constantly.
Apparently that's her RBS or RBF.
Yes.
There's that's Syril in the background there, and that's the raccoons. Obviously, that's Syril.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, okay. I don't think I ever saw that cartoon.
Yeah, we watched it a lot.
Somebody was saying on comments on Facebook or something that, you know, the Ghormans didn't know the riches they had, or did they really not know that what they had there? But, you know, they probably did, but they maybe never had the money to mine it or whatever, you know, because it's like, you know, that you got oil in the North Sea, but I'm not going to go there and get it out of the sea, you know. You need money to...
It's not so much that, it's the fact that whatever the process is going to be is going to ruin the planet. So even if they did know the riches in there, like basically they make themselves, it's an existential problem for the Ghormans. So they don't want to take whatever it is that's in there. They're happy with the spiders.
Yeah, it could make this planet unstable.
Because it'll make the planet unstable. And I think it's a parallel between Cassian's home planet as well, because that's basically what happened was that the Empire like stripped mined the planet for all that it was worth, and then just abandoned it. You know, killed the adults, and then left the kids to rot basically on the planet.
Yeah.
This is a nice wee bit where it goes to the corner shop.
They're still trying to be a couple.
Yeah.
Just never going to work though, really, you know.
I haven't seen them over here, but in North America, he picks up something from this bubble dispenser, and they're all over like Shoppers Drug Mart, like these things here.
All right.
They're all over, like, you know, what do you call it? Walgreens. That's the word I'm looking for.
Is that not like one of the shops you get in Disneyland and Star Wars Land? No.
No, it's just a convenience store. Just a kind of typical bodega type thing.
Yeah.
The Pringles in the background. Space Pringles. That was
That's what James is popping.
Yeah.
Once you pop, you can't stop. Those Space Pringles.
Yup nubs.
James, open all ours. Open all ours, Star Wars style. Another new show. Let's pitch that to Disney. The till that Springs tries to take your arm off.
So this is it's a French language with a bit of German.
Is it Flemish? No. Is it like Flemish?
Something like that, yeah.
But
they got in French actors to play the part, which is because they can speak like that, and it sounds more believable.
Mm-hmm. I like this.
Don't take candies from strangers.
It's good this because they're onto him and they want him to come on board to try and kind of, you know, tap into the Empire, but he wants to tap into what they're doing as well.
That's right, yeah.
So Bix is always busy, doesn't she? You know?
She's always fixing stuff.
She's always fixing stuff. James is saying, I thought the spiders were going to play a big part at some point. Yeah. Have you seen the whole thing, James, now? James P. Just wondering.
I wonder, see that kind of fat grill that Cassian's using?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wonder who the George Foreman on Coruscant is.
Jabba.
He's using Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt's grill. James has seen it all. Ah, cool. No, not doing spoilers though for the thing.
No spoilers.
Until Sunday.
Syril, throughout the season 1 and season 2, my hopes, fears, likes and dislikes for him, if you plot it on a chart, would do this, that, and that, and that, and then that again.
Yeah.
Such a great complex
Oh,
character.
Probably the most complex character we've ever had in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And the best bit is never had a lightsaber.
I know.
Do you know what? And do you know what? That's so true.
Yeah.
Never thought of it that way.
He was literally just an ordinary bloke.
Yep. But that's what this show is all about. It's all about the ordinary people.
It's all ordinary people. The little people.
When we're watching, when we're I can't even speak. When we're watching the original trilogy, the everyman for us is Han Solo. But in this, everyone's the everyman.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
James is saying, yes, the original characters they created for this are very good. Yeah, they certainly are. And it completely, I mean, like somebody was saying as well, and these are the people this is the people that passed on the information prior to when we get that in the corridor scene in Rogue One, when you get that mini version of the passing on the information. These guys have been doing it for years, passing down information to each other to try and kind of figure out what the Emperor are up to.
No good.
They're up to no good.
And somehow all of this leads to the cloning of Palpatine.
I'm sure there'll be a TV series that comes out that explains that.
Unlimited power. There was. It's called The Bad Batch.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They did a wee bit of that, didn't they?
And The Mandalorian.
Well, they touched on it in Mandalorian a little bit. Which was good. I like that stuff, though,
Yeah, the Bad Batch also covered veterans' rights as well, which is a really good storyline.
Aye. Yeah.
The Senate chamber and the park outside it with a big lake.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's in Seville.
You can go there.
Yeah.
You can go there. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
See this scene here? This is as normal as it gets for those two. When they're there. I know they're in some sort of safe house, but still they're having dinners and they're going for walks and things like that,
In the key store.
Space key store. Going to see Singa Fett.
Aye. Having space pasta.
Space pasta.
Chinese nubs. Yup-nubs.
Blue water.
James is saying Blade Runner-esque. Absolutely.
It's kind of, it's a bit like Decker's apartment.
Definitely.
Especially with the background there. That kind of same kind of
and the rain as well.
The rain doesn't help as well.
It rains all the time in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that, though, isn't there? I can't remember. Some sort of environmental thing.
Aye.
The rain in Blade Runner.
I think it's climate change, isn't it? I think that's the whole point. It's just
Probably.
That's him back to the George Foreman grill.
That's it. Yep. Back to the Jabba.
Jabba grill.
The George Fett grill.
That's it.
George Fett. Juddy Fett.
Juddy Fett.
I think they've kind of had, the sort of dance wedding sequence was quite Lord of the Rings, Game of Thronesy. They've kind of got a kind of mismatch of things, but it's still Star Wars, because a lot of these things kind of Star Wars did first anyway.
It's very spy thriller in 1970s. That
It's
camera,
great
like
the way it's
Sam Esmail likes that long zoom in.
Day of the Jackal, yeah.
Aye, yeah. Columbo.
Nice bit of pod racing.
Fantastic, by the way.
Turn it off.
That is a nice wee touch, isn't it?
Wonder if that's the Bounty Eve classic.
Aye. It's just things like that it's great.
I know.
This guy sitting behind his green bins, munching away.
All those workstations are just beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Up in Syril's office.
Yeah.
Kind of walks along that kind of.
Aye, it's great.
Catwalk almost, and all these. That seems to be a bit of a theme in Star Wars. There's like a catwalk where the main people walk in. There's pits where.
Aye, it's a bit like the old kind of Viking ships, or the kind of Roman with the slaves down in the pit, and they were walking along, whipping them,
Although, to be fair, our knowledge of that is based on Asterix and Obelix.
That's true. That is true.
So.
Privacy blinds.
Meanwhile, on Coruscant.
Very fancy. It's kind of retro gaming buttons or kind of cash machine. What do you call those? The not one-arm bandit.
ATM?
No, the one-arm bandit machines where they hold and stuff like that. Those kind of buttons.
Oh yeah. Puggies.
Lunch puggy machines. Aye. Mm-hmm.
Aye. Fruit machine.
Fruit machine. God. Got there.
So interesting seeing her in her civilian clothing.
I know.
Space Nazi.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch Man in the High Castle?
Aye.
Yeah, alternative.
Yeah, the Philip K. Dick thing. So Uber Führer Smith, his wife dressed like this.
Right.
She always wore like these kind of like silk blouse, like very plain silk blouses with like just a single piping in it and things.
I was just saying when you're away, James, that Dedra's stink face is just the best on telly.
Oh, absolutely.
So apparently she does that in real life, and her mum chastises her for it.
Does she actually?
She'll be like, Denise, you're doing the face again. She's like, I'm sorry.
I think I just want see everyone around that table. I want all of their Black Series action figures. For all their
the table.
The table. Would make me so happy.
Just all look so authentic, don't they?
I know.
They're just like they plucked right out of the 70s.
I know. That guy's great. I don't know who that guy is. He's just...
What a face. He must have been... I mean, the casting's just terrific. Absolutely terrific. Even just the way the people look before they even open their mouths,
Yes.
I love this line. This you were arresting too many people. It's like there's so much information that they're hoovering up. It's the same thing as remember the Snowden stuff. Like they're just hoovering everything up, and if you hoover everything up, you're never going to catch anyone. You need to be specific. You need to understand what the threat is. You can't just hoover everything up and then expect to sieve something out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, almost touched his shoulder there.
Yep.
He would have quite liked that.
Spot for old. What's his name?
Partisans. Oh, young.
Lonnie.
Young.
Lonnie.
Oh, quality. So it would appear like many, many hundreds of years ago, posh British people escaped planet Earth and just went to Coruscant.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Dicks.
Grew moustaches and got bald.
That's it. Right.
Lonnie. I remember when we first saw this character, everybody thought it was like a young Tarkin or something.
He looks like Goebbels.
The sort of look of him. Yeah, he does a bit. Another one that looks terrific is an Empire officer or whatever he is.
ISB.
Yeah, ISB. What does that stand for? Imperial what?
Security Bureau or something, I think it is. I'll look it up.
It's basically Gestapo.
That's what it's Gestapo, yeah.
Pretty much,
Imperial Security Bureau. It's like the KGB type thing.
I'm in danger of just watching this and not saying anything to you guys. I need to remind myself.
Buy me lunch. Buy me dinner.
I thought that was going to go a certain way there.
Yeah, I thought they were going to have a kind of some kind of romantic leverage.
Tongue sandwich for lunch.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's at the two characters from Rebels.
I'm glad they didn't go there because it's so obvious these days and it doesn't do anything to the story, so what's the point?
He's named after another Scottish town.
Erskine.
Erskine. Yep. Conversation pit, very 70s.
Yeah.
Here's a guy from Ghorman who's trying to not rock the boat.
Like, seal this Coruscant. You're saying we can go there? That's in Seville.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the Palace of Fine Arts or something in Seville.
It is stunning.
Yeah.
There'll be bits of it that don't look like that though, but pretty much the building looks like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No way. I can't risk chafing the Emperor.
And if you want to see bits of Ghorman, then you need to go to Guildford City Hall in England.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's bits in there that look like the Ghorman.
See that scene there, though? That's a cool... If that's a real place, that's very cool.
That's the same place.
Is it?
Apparently, Westworld was filmed there as well.
Oh, really?
And other bits of it. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Very.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all agree about the fact
that a lot as well.
They didn't use the volume for this.
Oh, no, thank goodness. Gosh, I sound so ungrateful for the volume. Thank goodness they never used the volume in this.
I know.
During COVID, I was like, all about the volume.
5 years ago, we were like, oh, the volume looks amazing.
Oh,
that's the way we want to go. The volume.
We're such volume snobs now.
We were.
Yeah.
Some Rogue One was filmed.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was. What was it? Waterloo.
They were building the Elizabeth line, and one of the stations wasn't opened yet, and they used that.
I've been in the one that it's in, and you can totally tell because there's like glass perspex, and the doors open and the train comes at the right spot.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
It's that station.
Yeah.
The one you can't kill yourself.
That's the one. Yeah.
Right.
You can't.
Anti-kill yourself.
That's it. I like this that wee kind of Chris Nolan mounted elevator camera.
Oh my god! Aye.
Dutch angle.
Yeah. God, it's a hell of an elevator.
How awesome is Skarsgård?
I know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's quite kind of Jedi-ish in these scenes.
Dedra.
I like how dodgy that elevator is, that it's got handrail
things
you can hold on to because it's dodgy.
So all this stuff, I'm sure we've spoken about this a few years back, right? But the fact that they've got like sub levels and stuff, it kind of it's definitely reminiscent of what I thought the TV show originally years ago. It was like level probably
1331, 1313,
something like
level
that.
1313, yeah.
Underworld or something.
Yeah. Well, there was a video game level 1313, and then there was the Star Wars Bounty Hunter TV show thing as well. Yeah, because all the crap things happen at street level, and then thousands of stories above that is where all the muckety mucks live. Is it Trenzalore they call it in Foundation? I think it's Trenzalore. There's the capital.
You're asking.
But it's the same thing as well. It's this like city planet.
Aye.
That lift that he was in looks like a toilet in Glasgow somewhere.
The worst toilet in Scotland.
Absolutely.
Ian McGregor's been there.
Only difference is if they say hold on tight and you're walking into a toilet, beware.
Mm-hmm. I love all this stuff.
Saying there's a new teaser for Foundation.
Yes, I have seen it.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite shows.
Season 3, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the budget was for this whole season.
I can tell you what the budget is for an entire season of Foundation. $45 million for a season.
I wonder what the budget is this, because this is there's a lot of this must be 75% practical. Like all these sets.
Yeah. I think I would guess that this had a bigger budget than the first season.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Sloan's going to tell us.
I'm going to find out.
So, guys, who's he? Who's he? Because
yeah, I know what you're going to say.
I thought he was someone else.
I think he's just one of these guys that kind of shouts and rants and gets in the way.
Apparently, the total estimated budget for the 2 seasons of Andor is $645 million. Season 2 alone cost $290 million.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
still though, you're getting 4 movies for that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
and you're also getting my money for as long as I live. For that, that's also what you're getting.
You're getting my Disney subscription.
Yeah, that's what you
forever.
Just got.
I wish they hadn't said English. It should be like galactic standard, shouldn't it?
You almost see the human side of Syril there.
A wee bit, yeah. The flat cap.
I know. It's so on the nose.
It's right.
I'm surprised they don't import metric tons of onions to the rest of the galaxy.
I have to say at one point,
guys in hoverbikes, the onions and the chain, stripy jacket.
Yeah, good. At one point, I did think we'd maybe taken it a bit too far, too close to. Nah, it's just enough for me.
It is.
It's just enough. Hello. Listen to me very
carefully. I shall say this only once.
I think James.
Good morning.
He was saying 700 for both.
Yeah. That seemed to be the sort of consensus for.
I think Tony Gilroy was just like, I want this set build. Right, okay, we'll build it. How much is that going to cost? Like a huge amount of money. And then, okay, so how much footage is you going to use in the actual TV show? 10 seconds.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Use it. I'll shoot about a 60 seconds worth of footage, and I'll edit 50 seconds of that out.
Yeah.
The Palmo Plaza that they did. That's a set. It's like 60 meters across or something. And it's a set in the back of Pinewood that they built for Andor. That can't be cheap. Yeah,
no, that's all. Definitely not.
So will this be affected? Would this be affected by Trump's 100% tariffs?
Because
Who
it
knows?
was outside America.
Yeah, because this isn't a film, and does it apply to television or is it just movies?
Just movies. I think no one really knows. It's such a
and then some
nebulous
stuff he says
thing
that doesn't happen. So I'll take it with a pinch
I know.
of salt. Anything he says, But apparently, it is an issue though in Hollywood, the fact that they don't film a lot of stuff now in America.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but that's not true. They don't film a lot of stuff in Hollywood. They film quite a lot of stuff in America. Because Georgia does quite well, because all the Marvel stuff gets filmed in Georgia.
I know.
Yeah, but they're filming a lot of stuff. Mission Impossible. It's all around Europe, the whole lot.
Aye, but you don't want to,
I know exactly.
That is an international spy
car
film,
chase
although-
in Chicago and all that kind of stuff. You want a car chase on the side of a mountain in France or
Exactly.
Cadiz in Spain or something. You don't want something.
I'm sure they must have something like that in America, though.
Aye, the Pacific Coast Highway. But I mean, there's only so many times you can film there.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, good, another one at the Pacific Coast Highway.
We got a mention of Tarkin there, by the way.
Yeah, Tarkin Massacre.
Yeah. And it just makes me want that TV show that builds up to the Tarkin Massacre.
New Avengers filming here, James says.
So he was in. I think we spoke on it before. Maybe he was in Glorious.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bastards.
He plays the guy that gets beaten to death at the start.
Yeah.
He wouldn't give away the position.
Yeah, that's right. I wonder if he got that job through that. He's playing opposite kind of member of the.
Do you see the wee subtle things they're doing, like the clapping of the heart and all that kind of stuff? Is so legit. It is absolutely legit.
Aye.
So I was watching a Screen Crush, and he was saying that maybe that's to symbolise like the opening of a cloak to show you don't have any weapons. Much like when you shake somebody's hands, it means you don't have a weapon in your hand. Yep. And I was like, that's a cool idea, and it probably is that.
I know.
Yeah, it probably is. It's very cool. Oh, wee Bix, man. She's been great in this.
I know, she's not having a great time in this.
Nah, she's sad.
I like the fact that she's sad.
Yeah, I don't.
She's not having it. She doesn't. It's flashing.
Oh. Luthen's flashing again. Dirty bugger.
Big Luthen. Absolute legend.
That's a Star Wars shot.
Isn't it? If I ever saw one. That's a matte painting.
That is it, yeah. That's a
and I'm fine with it. And I'm fine with that.
Shot down there.
Oh, matte paintings are the biz, man.
The dogs.
I don't know if there's a modern version of that now, but that's the way they would have done it. We would have done it. They would have done it in the past.
No, we would have done it. That's fine.
No, we would have done it that way. You're right, James.
We would have done.
Yeah, we would have. Those matte paintings, by the way, they must be somewhere.
Do you know what's in?
They're on glass, though. They're very delicate, aren't they?
So I'm just going to say all the infighting, even though like it's basically there's no goodies against the baddies.
No, I know.
Hundreds of infighting because
they're not organised at this stage.
Aye, Luthen's the bad guy amongst all the good guys, even though he's head good guy.
Well, even in this,
Yeah, but even in this bit, Andor's like, I don't really want to go.
I know.
Yet, he said.
He will.
Oh man!
Awesome shot.
Oh, what the heck are you doing to me?
Superb.
Dakar, of course, the first time we saw Dakar was Force Awakens.
Yes.
And where?
Force Awakens.
See that big ship in the background? That looks like it could carry all the battle droids.
It's the base where the rebels retreat to, or the resistance, whatever the hell they called it.
Was Rogue One after Force Awakens then? Aye, it was, wasn't it?
No, Rogue One's before Force Awakens.
No, Force Awakens was the first movie that came out when Disney.
All right, are you talking about release time?
Aye.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yes.
I don't mean timeline.
Yep, sorry.
Hello, boy.
Oh, that's a really good impression I saw.
Saw is a maniac.
Read it in.
Absolutely.
He's an
Become one with it. Ride with it.
He's a rocket.
He's just going.
I mean, he's completely an independent loose cannon, isn't he?
Right, I'm just gonna put this out there. Saw is to Star Wars what Uncle Baby Billy is to Righteous Gemstones. Just saying.
Yeah. James is saying here that they used to hold cruise missiles, those bunkers. That's right. Yeah. Aye, because it's in the UK, that place, isn't it? The real place.
The real place, yeah.
So it must just be for film sets. I think it's probably been used before in other films.
I think it might have been used in a Fast and Furious one, the one with Gina Davis. 6, I think, or 5, God. One of the two.
You've lost me. No idea.
By the way, how much weight, how much gravitas, how much oomph does Forrest Whitaker bring to that character?
Fantastic. James is saying I was confused what the Wilmon machine was for.
It's basically
was it fuel or something?
It's a siphon. It's a big fuel pump
with a rhino
for stealing the fuel. The rhino, yeah. Ooh.
But he gets addicted to it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Fuel. He's a fuel sniffer.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, you'd be terrified of him.
He is that shit crazy.
Oh, he's great.
He's nuts.
Absolutely.
There's quite a lot of mechanical beautifulness in this TV show, like things clicking and cogs whirring and then stopping at the exact right moment and lights flashing. I'm just like,
world building. Do that again, James. Oh no, he did it. That's not the way you did it the first time. He went.
Wallace and Gromit.
No, not quite. Anyway.
All right. Oh, sorry.
I think you two lightsabers. Two lightsabers in your hand, I think.
That's right. Fighting off ninjas.
That's right. Yeah. Beating them off with that stick.
Roman's just been given some bad news. So see the big.
It looks a bit like Reagan the breakdancer.
Deep cuts, James.
Yeah. Deep cuts.
See the big white dude, the guy. I mean, I'm sure he's featured in just about every Ralph McQuarrie.
He's in the big white hairy dude.
Did C-3PO the Death Star droid not look a bit like him as well in their early concepts?
People were saying he's a Wampa, but he's not.
He's not. No, definitely not.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant the his right hand man.
No, the big hairy white thing. Walking carpet.
He's a Wampa.
No, he's not a Wampa.
Willy Wampa.
Willy Wampa. Big Willy Wampa.
I mean, see all this stuff here. I mean, it's just like when they were filming it or when Tony was imagining it, it kind of those guys could have thought this is just pish, but it's not.
Do you know what?
It's the same as all that stuff. It's
exactly.
See, this episode is the best version of sort of a romantic relationship we've had in Star Wars. You know, you compare this with Attack of the Clones.
You compare this with kissing your sister in a hospital bed. No comparison.
Exactly. But you compare that with Anakin trying to woo Padme, you know, by floating fruit in front of her and all that.
I hate sand.
I hate sand,
Guys, leave Hayden Christensen alone, by the way, because we're all going to meet him soon.
Oh, we are going to meet
him
in
October.
Right.
It's not Hayden Christensen's fault if the lines were written all McClunky. It's someone else's fault.
I take it we're all going to do that, but we should meet him and we should get him to say Super Kelly Brothers. You know,
it's not a cameo, Jody.
Why not? I'm going to
say the line.
I'll just bring a gun with me.
Look, man, it's windy, it's rainy, it's miserable. The music's great.
It could be Port Glasgow.
It could be. Not this week.
No, not this week. No.
It's bleak, but it has to be bleak. It's so well. The tone is just perfect.
So what is this she's taken?
Some sort of drug to help her sleep, I think.
Rido.
But I think
it's not the Rido. We don't know if it was the Rido.
It's not making her mental.
Breathe it in, boy.
Breathe it in.
Let it run wild.
The inside.
I think this is just to help her sleep. I don't think it's anything to. But I think she
heroin does that as well. She's dropping off to Never Neverland now.
Yeah, she's. Yeah.
It's a new drug called Metallica.
It's to get rid of the pain inside her, I suppose, as well.
My gosh.
Oh, man, that was a heavy episode. That was good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Doesn't get any later. Spoilers.
What the heck?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just...
I'm telling you right now, I'm not suffering from just watched it bias. That's fantastic.
I know.
It's the best thing in TV.
It's fantastic.
If that doesn't win Emmys and Golden Globes or whatever the hell else that the other trinkets that they throw at rich people, I don't know what else. Like, what else are people watching?
Yeah, like, I just think the way the writing is so original. I've never really. I mean, there's obviously some great writing out there, but just the way they tackle things in this show are just really original compared to what I've seen recently, you know. Everything about it.
Do you know what they should do? Just for fun and just because the bear does it, we should put this up for comedy award.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hello.
Tell you what, for what?
There's
for the guys turning off the pod race.
Hello.
Tell you what, for a Star Wars show, there's very little laughs, and they don't do things for laughs in this show at all.
I know.
It's very sad, very somber.
We've lost Sloan.
Have we lost Sloan?
Mm-hmm. Well, unless you can see him. I can't see him.
I can see him, but he's just still. Well, I think we'll wrap it up. Sloan's gone. He's overwhelmed with how good Andor is. So, thanks, James, for turning up again. Thanks,
Hello!
Sloan. Oh, he's back. Oh,
he's back.
I was about to.
What I was trying to say was we should put up Andor for best comedy show because it worked for the bear.
No, you said that.
Oh, did I? Okay, I couldn't because everybody just talked.
The bear does have funny bits in it, but the bear does have funny bits in it, but
Andor's got funny bits in it as well. The spiders.
No.
It is.
Much awesomeness. Just
very
amazing.
Good awesomeness.
10 out of 10. I mean, it's absolutely 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Thanks.
To the not this tranche of ones, but the next one got the highest rated. They're in the top 10 for the highest rated TV shows of all time, 9.8 on IMDb. But anyway, if you liked what we see, don't forget the like button there and share. And if you want time reminders when we put something new up, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and YouTube will let you know when we put something new up, which is currently 8 p.m. on Sundays. We do this live. We're doing it live on Sundays. That's our podcast, and 8 p.m. on Thursdays for our Andor watch along. So thank you again for watching, and we'll catch you guys. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Great
Brilliant.
comments tonight as well. Thanks, James.
Really good.
Thanks, James.
Obviously, James, Jody. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.